wondering how you are. This has been such an interesting week in my life. I have to assume your life. I recognize, likely with some hardships, missing your community, and perhaps missing out on some experience you were really looking forward to. As you can imagine, I did not make it to the World Happiness Summit, which was going to be the highlight of my year, which is okay. I will go next year. I recognize for seniors, there's so much of the end of the year stuff that you're looking forward to. For juniors, there's ring luncheons and other traditions. And so we have to support each other and recognize the losses. Remember, positive psychology doesn't ask us to only focus on the positive. It's not asking us to work with rose-colored glasses. It's acknowledging that things are tough, but then creating ways to cope and work through it so that we can be whole again and happy and content, and so that well-being can flourish. I hope that was your takeaway from Tribe. We are now wrapping that up. We are moving into our last unit of the semester, because after that, you're going to put all of your time and efforts into building your Catalyst Conference project. But this unit is on resilience and grit. Hopefully right now, at a time when we're going to need some resilience to take on the challenges that we're facing, this will be helpful. Martin Seligman, in his well-being theory, one of the things he realized when he shifted, go back to the beginning of the semester, when he shifted from happiness theory to well-being, it was the idea of, well, wait a minute, people don't require happiness all the time in order to flourish and be content. People don't mind working hard for things they care about. Success is a reward after struggle. And so resilience and grit is the way that we accomplish those aspects of well-being. So, couple things about this unit. One, there was a big project I went ahead and just removed from it. I know right now my days are feeling very full, and then at the same time a little lost and roaming. It's not one or the other, it's both. But I do feel the need to declutter our lives. So I've taken a big chunk of this unit out. So you'll have day-to-day things you're working on, and then you'll have the Catalyst Conference work as well. This is going to sound like a lot. Don't let it overwhelm you, because it's not as bad as it sounds. There are actually 3 Zooms, 1 per week in this unit. The first one is a check-in with me next week. It's going to be fast, but I want to see you. I want to hear how things are going, and then I want us to just do some very basic thinking about Catalyst Conference. I want to give you some basic information. Number 2, the second week, you have an article about teenagers and stress you're going to read, and then you're going to have a small Zoom group over that. Hopefully it's I'm going to silver line this for a second. Hopefully it's a little easier to get those set up, given that we're working on different schedules now. But go ahead and get it set up so that you just know that that piece is done. And then finally, week 3, you're going to Zoom with me again, and this time we're going to get more detail oriented about Catalyst Conference organization and prep. Because after this unit, and you'll be really facing that in week 3 of this unit, you need a good plan of organization to get the Catalyst Conference project completed, and I'm going to support you in that. Okay, for that second Zoom, which is on the article and stress, you'll notice there are 2 big groups, and then there's 1 smaller group. The smaller group is made up of people on spring break. That's just easier to put y'all in a smaller group all together. My thought is you'll either all do that work the week before, the week after. I'm gonna go, now that I'm saying this, now I'm doubting myself because of the week that it's in. Okay, that information will come back to you later. If you look at that and you're like, that doesn't make sense with the dates, then I've done that wrong. I don't know why I'm doubting myself. I need to go back and take a look at it. Okay, you're gonna have an Ed puzzle in this unit. If you haven't used Ed puzzle before, it's like taking a quiz while you're watching a video. You should have a link to that. We will have a link to that on the page, and if you have questions about using that, you'll let me know. And then finally, for your twist message to me, I think a lot of times in this class, we are focusing on the positive, and I'm just gonna ask you to be real honest with me and twist. Like, tell me one thing that's really hard right now. Tell me one thing that was a struggle in this past week, or one thing you're anticipating going into this week. Let's just be real about that, and then we'll work towards getting into a positive place. But we gotta vent it in order to get there. All right, I'm wishing you guys the best right now. This is hard, this is different, this is unknown. One thing we know about humans, we don't love uncertainty. We like to know what the plan is, even if the plan's bad. We do better than that other than the not knowing. So that's part of why we have to work so hard to pull our stress down right now. And we do that by being in community with one another. We do that by figuring out which strategies work best for us. And then we hold ourselves accountable for making those things happen. All right, see you soon. Goodbye.